because I have the wrong setting checked. That's fine. Okay, it should work now.
Clarinet, I went to
Right?
that website and it looks like you have to sign in
You
to.
do. You do, but I
Okay.
can give you the look, it's like that's open access. I'm like
Oh,
lies. I had to sign in to get here. But I can download it and give it to you.
oh, that'd be cool.
Okay. So here is the article. I'll put the link and the thing so you can see what it's all about.
Very good.
Thank you, Joseph, for saying that. Okay, for those of you who are watching the recording and wondering what the hell was going on, welcome to the Midjourney Prompt Troubleshooting Jam Session, where we puzzle over problem prompts. I just paused a moment to talk about this article, the influence of Midjourney AI on animation character design. They studied two groups of students, one that used Midjourney, one that didn't, and the folks that used Midjourney for the study found statistically significant differences in performance scores, with the experimental group of Midjourney taking the lead. And I just wanted to share that because it is so satisfying to know that a tool that we love so well is doing good out in the world.
Clarinet, may. Yeah. So I'm interested in something practical, especially given that I'm trying to teach others. I have now a group of small group of people who are better than I in some ways, and we all want to grow. Something I would ask about is the parameter S. Style.
The what?
So if you -S.
Oh,
If you use it along with the mood board, it increases the influence of the mood board, especially
right.
the lower values between 1 and 100. You can visually see how much it influences. Now, beyond 100 and up, I don't see a whole lot of difference. I'm wondering what's happening there. Another parameter.
Yeah. So it's called stylize. And
Yeah.
the way to think about it is so we think of it, if this is 1 to 100 on this line, right? We think that each mark is on this line like a ruler, very even.
It's not.
But in fact, 1 to 100 is 1 to 1000 is not a straight line with like a ruler with perfect delimiters. Instead, it's like 1 to 100 does this, and then it flattens, and then over 800 it does that. Oh, you can't see me. Like this, and then there's a little bit, and then there's a huge slope up after 400 or something like that. So you can't think that it's not a percentage. You're not saying like stylized 500 is 50% of its strength, because it's not a slope.
Another thing I want to say or ask, maybe say, is the parameter -X. It stands for experimental, and it definitely shouldn't. I have discovered that with any SREF and any mood board, a high X dramatically increases the quality, no exceptions. Now I write short prompt, mood board, -X 100. Boom, delight. So this is my advice. Now, if you don't have a mood board or SREF, it's kind of a hit and miss and can make it kind of dim, especially combined with a high S. But a mood board and a high X is just this delight there.
I think a lot of people, there are some people who do not like what EXP is doing. It's kind of a matter of taste, because because it can change the color palette, and it can change the style. One measurable aspect of adding at least a little bit of EXP is so far it has not been disproven that prompt adherence goes up a little bit if you use a little bit of EXP, and then goes down after a certain amount.
Now, the higher the better. Now, you must have a mood board there or an SREF. Otherwise, it doesn't have that magic. And let me show you an example. I mean, examples that
The only reason why I'm shaking my head, Irina, is because you're talking about an aesthetic improvement. And so when somebody says, oh, the aesthetic quality goes way up, I'm always like, well, that's a matter of taste. Someone who wants...
I wouldn't say that adherence to the prompt goes down.
No, it goes up. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? When you say the aesthetic quality goes up, what are you speaking about specifically? Do you mean that you have more detail in the images? Do you mean that you have higher
More
saturation?
detail, nicer composition, prettier in general. I get many more likes, okay?
Okay.
Let me dig out an example.
Sure. If you have one, an example of where you're using mood boards and EXP, or
Yeah.
one where you're not, that'd be useful, probably, right, Clarinet?
Yeah, let me. Maybe I should speak about it separately so that I can prepare. But let me try to dig out an example. Okay. So I'll show you with stylize, but it's similar with mood board. So I'm pasting a result of stylize without the thing, without high exp. And then I'm pasting it right after with exp 100. Compare and see the difference.
Yeah. The first thing, Johnny, do you see the increase in blue and gray in her?
Yeah, I
So
noticed a bit of that.
So there's that. And then here's the other one just to get that up there. So one of the things EXP does is a tendency toward blues and grays because that is a more popular theme. What EXP is doing in a sense is we call it extra please, or it's kind of like if a very trendy. It's a very trendy look. So it doesn't work for people who are trying to make, noisy, glitchy, effed up images, but it works very well when you're trying to make sort of traditional images and you want them to look more dramatic. As you can see my pangolin with the same seed here, using EXP, change the color palette and change the framing, and so on. I really love EXP for some of my pieces. I really do. It's I think it's an underrated parameter. I'm so glad that you brought it up, Marina.
Good, thank you.
Yeah. So let me switch between these. These are not seed controlled, but you can kind of get an idea. Well, and this one, I actually like this one better because there's more architectural structure.
Yeah, I agree.
And then this one blurs out a little bit. So, I mean, it does depend, but I'd like to use EXP. And Wonderful World of Stuff was actually explaining that he is now using EXP the way he used to use Stylize. That Stylize used to be sort of the way to, people would say like, oh yeah, if you want Midjourney to really use its imagination and make things gorgeous for you, kick Stylize up a lot.
Without a board, still stylize. -S800 would improve it.
Yeah, it would increase the influence of the in the blend of the mood board or profile or SREF. And these are really, really fun knobs to turn, you know. I really, really enjoy them. And I wish they worked better with prompt adherence. I was so excited when we learned that a little bit of EXP seems to increase prompt adherence a little. Like, we're not sure what's going on. Maybe it's just spending an extra tick. Maybe it's an illusion. Maybe it's confirmation bias. I don't know, but that was exciting because usually we think of EXP, stylize, and these things. The more Midjourney has a fixed amount of time to get your job done, and you can fill that fixed amount of time. You're given this set of resources to get everything done, and if you fill it up with a complicated prompt and then a lot of stylize and then a lot, you run out of space, and so things start getting dropped out. And you start losing prompt adherence as the first thing to go. So I'm used to thinking of, oh no, if I add EXP or if I kick up stylize or if I this or if I that, then I don't get my prompt adherence anymore. Or I don't get my consistency in characters, or I don't get this or I don't get that. Like, it's a trade-off. But with EXP, I feel like there's something going on there where it feels like maybe less of a trade-off. Like, it's a safer thing to increase if you're trying to if your goal is prompt adherence, which usually in our conversations in prompt troubleshooting jam session and other prompt craft sort of education and support events where you're normally concerned with prompt adherence. Bert says, I don't know, something you can say, but will G7 be able to use EXP? I don't know if they have. It's not impossible, but I don't know. Madison says, AI is just changing the way digital creatives work. The process used to be define strategy and goals, mood board and prototype, variations, cut down, make final version. Now the process is more build a bunch of final products and then pare down. Yeah, now we can do the ideate. That ideate is less expensive, faster, and gives you higher quality things to then refine. That's one of the big creative processes, is to explode your ideas and then refine them like this. I'm just having so much fun making, because I do this all the time with my hands. I'm gesturing and you guys can't see it. So now you can. All right. So, Irina, did you still want to talk about getting 2 characters on the screen?
I'd rather have you talk about it, frankly.
Oh,
because
okay.
I have not mastered it, and I'm curious, as many other people. I mean, I can get by, but I'd rather listen.
Yeah, of course. Well, I hate to hog the spotlight. Johnny, did you wanna be the one who talks about getting 2 characters on a, or should I just do it? Johnny's like, could you not? Okay. Hold on. Here's what I'm looking at, because we have it documented, right? Creating control characters. So, multiple subjects. So there's a special way to prompt multiple subjects, otherwise they blend. So I've gone through the trouble of formatting all this, and I think I think everything is going to change after we've gone so far to try to figure out how to stop subjects from blending. But as you can see, you can get 3 very distinct characters. And there's a couple of 2-3 branches in this. Couple of 2-3.
I know how to place 5 different characters on the bench. I'm interested in having 2 characters ahead of time and putting them in one seat.
Right. Okay. So we have that here too. Na, na, na. It is. I don't know why ORAF is twice there. Distinct feature. How do I make her? Ah, okay. How do I use multiple shapes and objects? So it's what we call that is pull and pin prompting. So the idea is you have a picture with multiple objects or people, and you want to transfer those objects or people into the composition. So I assume this is what you mean. Like if I have a picture with two people, which I think I have a two people picture. Here we go. So I have two people in this picture, and then I use that as an OREF. So pull and pin prompting means you want to anchor the important details of your characters or objects to pull the distinct characteristics from the OREF you're using and pin those characteristics to the subject on the canvas. In other words, if you go ahead and say she's got curly hair, Midjourney recognizes the curly hair. You can't, there's no such thing as two OREFs though. You can only use one OREF. You have to have all your subjects on the same one image. And then, I mean, if you want, we can start with, I can show you how to put them together on a single canvas and then use that single canvas as the OREF. But you can't do like dash dash OREF and then a URL and then another URL. Bert, come on, Mike, and teach us. I will follow your instructions.
Trying to find my files. I did this forever ago for one of Victor's streams.
Blocking the shot ahead of time, is that like making a composite of something that looks a little bit like the picture you're trying to do and then asking Midjourney to fix it up?
Yeah, I had two characters at a cafe, like an outside cafe, and they one was with his back to the camera, and the other one's facing the camera with a table in between them, and I had to block that shot using OREFs for each character, and then using Midjourney video to spin them around and position them, and then I had to take a screenshot of that video and then use that as my last OREF for the final image.
Mm-hmm. Did you get that, Arena? Should I explain that again? So for a 10-year-old, I would say, okay, step one is to have the picture of your character Jack. And step two is to make sure you have a picture of your character Jill. So you have Jack and Jill. Yes, it will. But what he's talking about is a different tutorial. What he's talking about is the video style. Using video to, there we go. He's talking about this. So what you do here is, if you have your picture of Jill, here she is, you generate the character, and then you have the character turning around. And then you use a frame, a still shot from the video to create your video. And then you see how very consistent it is, and he can create the shots he needs using the still shots he's grabbed, but just by right clicking and grabbing the still image frame.
Sorry, Clarinet. I dipped out for a second. The video was generated using Midjourney.
Yes. So you generate it doesn't have to be made with Midjourney, but in this case, you make a video with Midjourney. In order to create the shot, because Midjourney video is extremely good at character consistency. And Midjourney image is not. So if you use video to pose your character, grab the shot, and then composite it, and then have Midjourney fix up the composite, you'll get further along. And yes, and then you can do that with 2 characters and so on. But it's quite a workflow. It's not like a one and done. I mean, I'm sure Bert spent hours. Great characters, Bert. Your character designs are so fun.
Why does it take hours? Does it take hours just because?
It would take me an hour because I would have to just fuss around. So Bert says I prompted them. I made my 2 characters. Then I prompted them sitting down and animated that. And then I took a still from each video at the right angle and made a new OREF he took that into Photoshop or something and added a layer with the purple guy and a layer with the white suit guy. And then he used that as the OREF.
Wait, sorry.
It's called scaffolding.
The shot that has the 2 of them sitting in the chairs on a white background
was made in Photoshop.
Okay, so he created 2 separate images, one with the guy sitting down, the big guy sitting down, one with the other guy sitting down facing backwards.
No, he made them both. I'm gonna scroll up and look at the purple guy sitting on the chair was just rotated.
I see. Okay, he took a still. He just took a still.
So we can see his face. So he's like turning his head a little bit. And can't you you don't have to do that in Photoshop. Can't you do that in edit layers?
You can try. It doesn't do. I mean, Midjourney's edit layers is sort of good for quickies, but it's a little bit.
You could.
It doesn't.
But
It doesn't.
Using it for an OREF,
Tool,
so it doesn't have to
tool.
be.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Bert, what did you use to put your 2 layers together of your 2 guys?
That I used not Photoshop, but like Clip Studio. I just had to edit out the background and just make it white.
There's always photo P, but you didn't hear that from me. It's another Photoshop clone you can use, and it's free and it's online.
Gotcha.
So we have the question: what about blend, or how about blend? What blend would make the 2 characters into a single person? If you give blend a puppy and a macaw, then /blend will make a puppy macaw. That's what it's for.
Macaw.
Yes. Do you want to try it? So here I am in Create. Okay. So I'm going to blend a pangolin and let me find something else. And an owl. Oh, here, a pangolin and this. And
Is Bert saying
I
it
don't
took him
know.
hundreds of rerolls to get that shot with the 2 characters sitting in the chairs?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your average result? Like if this was the final one that you chose, what were like the majority of the generations like, and what was it about them that you weren't really happy with?
It would be either like very minor details on the character, but like not so minor that I could like fix it by hand. Or it would blend the 2 characters. Like you would have bits of one guy's face on the other one, and vice versa. And that was with different OREF weights and different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you included. I'm just trying to understand your process. So you included the image with the white background as your image reference, and then you included the character sheets for each of them as 2 separate OREFs. Is that kind of what you did?
No, I included the character where they're both together, I used
Oh,
that
that's the OREF.
as a OREF.
Very cool.
And I had an image ref from another shot with the big guy I had made where he was already sitting at a diner. And I used that as an image ref and just hoped it would put the elf in there as well.
Have you tried just using the image sheets as OREF, the balance between them, or is that even possible? Can you use multiple OREFs? I don't
You
Yeah.
can, it has to be one image right now.
Okay, it just has to be one.
Yeah.
Cool workaround. Very cool workaround.
Let me unmute Reason.
Oh, look at the
Okay.
penguin thing.
Yeah. Well, I was just that it's a difficulty in demonstrating what Blend does on the web because it doesn't exist on the web. Blend is a Discord only command, and what it does is it puts 2 URLs or images as your image prompt, and does not allow you to put a text prompt, and it just submits 2 image prompts and you're done. That's what /blend does. To recreate that on the web, what I did was just added 2 image prompts, and whoops, see, that's not even that. A real blend wouldn't even use the P code. So to try to recreate Blend, I'm just using 2 image prompts and no text prompt. Now, because this is the web and isn't really Blend, it's just 2 image prompts, then I could possibly say, 2 characters stand on the beach. I don't know what that is. A monkey monster and a pangolin stand on the beach. Something like that. And the fact that I keep saying 2 and try to map, I did try to do pull and pin prompting. Doesn't really work because, and that's on me because this is my this is my image. What is that? Like Midjourney? Midjourney's like, "Ugh," so it's just, there's no real way to keep that from blending because I mean, how could you really technically? But anyway, yeah, you can get 2 with because the prompt is the strongest force in Midjourney, so you can force 2. But /blend, the actual question was /blend, which is a Discord only command, which doesn't let you do a prompt. So
How many
anyway,
images can you put in the image prompt?
well, with what effect? I mean, I can
to blend. Can you put 3?
Well, I mean, if I put, whoops, hold on, I'm messing this up. Okay, wait, I have to make an image. To make an image prompts. Okay, so let's say I blend this lady and this dude and that dude and this dude, and that dude, this dude and this dude. You can see I'm filling it up, right? And this dude and this baby, which I think is Reason's family, and this guy. Like I can do forever, but when I have 1, it's blended 100%. 2, 50-50. 3, 33, 33, 33. 4, 25, 25, 25. Right? So if I have 10, they're going to each have 10
a tenth.
A tenth of an effect. So at a certain point here, I'll add this guy. At a certain point, I don't know where it's going to go. This is my mother. This is a random person.
It might be funner to just do different animals and see what portion of that animal shows up, like a fish, a bird, a dog. You know what I'm saying?
All these people. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so we've got, what do I have lying around?
A dog, an owl. There's a dog.
I have a penguin. Dog. I mean, a penguin. What the hell? A flamingo.
Uh-huh.
A dog, an owl, a possum. My actual dog, a bunny. Let's see. I'm trying to make very clear. Here's a puppy. Here's horse, another bunny, another horse. What? Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Oh no, they're not taking because I forgot to
Oh.
frickin'
You gotta drag it in? Oh, is it doing video?
hack. All right, let's try that again. A dog, a weird fish, a fox, a cat, a horse, a horse, a horse, a panda, a squirrel, an elephant, a bunny, puppy, a giraffe, my dog, an owl, a turtle, a golden retriever, a sea cucumber, a flamingo. Okay, so that's quite a few. Let's try that, no prompt.
Oh, and no prompt.
Invalid URL. Which one was invalid?
Oh boy. No prompt? Do you
No
need to put
prompt
some-
if you want it to just appear blend. Invalid link still. I'm just taking some out just in case. Which one of these is dead? Oh my god, is it going to be the last one I pick? Is going to be the dead one? No, it worked. Okay, sea cucumber, flamingo, owl, poodle.
And they all look similar. Maybe kick up variety and see what happens.
It's horrible, Mary Smith. What have you done? Oh, it's a Midsian. At least it's telling us what this is. Mod found me.
There must be
Foundamony.
text in one of those.
It just
Aw.
looks tired or just
It
sick of your shit. The sea cucumber really has a lot to say.
It does. It does. Oh, it's dominating.
The sea cucumber was
And the owl. Maybe the
a
owl.
YouTube video I made. You're welcome, Marina. So Hebo says put the multiple subjects FAQ through the chat GPT, or you could just ask Clarinet's prompt helper, would give you the same thing. This is what we know right now. I'm really hoping. Oh my god, wouldn't it be great if blending were better controlled in version 8? If we didn't have to fight so hard. I mean, right now we have to. I mean, it's like a trade-off for me is I want no blending, right? But I also want to create really cool blended characters. Like, I really like the idea of saying, oh, okay, it's an octopus poodle. Do something with that, like a cool fuzzy poodle with tentacles or something.
That puppy parrot that you made that one time was just adorable.
Right?
Yeah.
This is what we want. But for everything, when Midjourney is like, yes, of course, I'll blend subjects and break archetypes for you, and you're like, yay, thanks, and then you're like, no, don't do that, keep them separate, and Midjourney's like, what do you want? So it's weird to have a system that does both really well. I mean, if you try to get Nano Banana or something to create completely fictional, creative monsters. I think it's more likely to look like bad taxidermy. I don't know. I haven't tested it. Oh, that's an interesting idea. You could actually have a mode
Oh,
where
yeah.
like I'm trying to make things separate.
That is interesting.
A kiwi pangolin horse. Well, it's cute. I wouldn't put a saddle on it though. Three things I wish for in version 8. Text, weights, and better hands. Do not hope for weights. Better hands, of course. Text, we've heard rumor. Weights, it's tough because, you know, the people who came to Midjourney without ever having learned weights, like they they came to Midjourney post weights. Like weights are not a thing. They've never heard of it. They're happy people. They're not like, oh, I wish that I could somehow emphasize red without emphasizing anything else in this picture. You know, no one's like, ooh. In fact, arguably, the people who don't have to confront weights ever are happier users because weights are like esoteric and numeric. I need that gif of the lady with the math hovering around her. Yeah, Zero. Same. Wanda, you're unmuted now, by the way. And Zero, I'll unmute you just in case. Unpre-visualizable.
Has you been doing prompt crack here for 10 hours and 10 minutes?
I know. It says that. And prompt battle has been going on for 26 hours. I don't know what happened. Discord is discording.
Thought you were on a marathon. I missed it.
You missed my marathon. Ooh.
10 hours. You'd be lower. I think you'd be lower in the chair. Can you get lower in that chair?
We've only just begun. We've only just begun. This is going to continue for another 10, 20, 30 hours more.
Yeah,
You're only
yeah.
at the beginning.
That's right. And if you would like to donate, we have callers standing by. If you have consider donating for yourself and your children and leaving the legacy of Midjourney
Just
for
click
your family.
Click the link below.
At
That's right.
buymeacoffee.com.
Buy me a coffee.
I do have a Buy Me a Coffee. I took it out because I got embarrassed. I was like,
me
ugh.
too. Me too. I swear to you, somebody paid me $500 and I don't know who did it. And I was so like, what? It was like, oh, thank you for all your help. And I noticed that, but no, I have no idea who it was. Not a clue. And I genuinely wasn't happy about it. I was like, I don't do it anonymously.
What embarrasses me, Johnny, is that like a couple of people like that I know, like you might, you know, or Wendy or something might, but not the people that actually. It's embarrassing to be like, hey, Madison, can I have $3?
Yeah.
You know, but it wouldn't be embarrassing if the random guy I helped for 2 hours on a Tuesday was like, here's $3. I'd be like, oh, thanks. That's really sweet for you to, you know, think that maybe that would, sure, a tip. It's great. I appreciate that. But when it's just us giving each other money, that feels weird to me.
Yeah.
Don't have that opened anymore. I didn't even know anything about that. Do you have? Is that available to us?
You see, no.
To buy you a coffee? You should open that. You should open that up. You should not be embarrassed of that.
I am so like, because you guys have become my friends, right? So
yeah, but other people poke their head in here and there. You know, it's not always just this small group.
Yeah, I promise not to give you any money.
Oh, Des, that's so sweet. Thank
You feel
you.
better now? It was surreal. It's such a surreal feeling to get that kind of money and go, oh come on. See what I always do. I'm a bugger for it. People will give me the money. I'll say, or they'll say, can I give you money? I'll say, yeah, sure. Give me what's your charity of your choice? What's your preferred charity? Donate that to that charity then for me, because if that'll make you happy, that makes me happy. Done. That's
Oh, this is not my page.
To be fair, Clarinet, like if you were giving me advice, like if I went to a conference or something and you were giving a talk about Midjourney, I would definitely ask you if I could buy you a coffee to continue talking about X, Y, or Z, right? Which is basically what we're doing here. We're sitting here in a call and we're talking about X, Y, or Z. So
You're talking about
it's
a real coffee. Can you imagine Clarinet on caffeine? Woo.
spending money on caffeine is kind of a waste.
Well, I thought that I had a buy me the coffee thing, but when I log in, I'm terribly confused.
A Midjourney conference would be great.
It would. There are conferences that Midjourney has gone to, but they are not Midjourney conferences.
I've got 2 editions of the magazine now, and I have to say it does help feel the whole thing. It helps make the whole thing feel more like like not legitimate, but I don't know. It lends a certain degree of credibility that they have like this stuff in print. I think it's pretty cool. And a conference would be very similar. Where I think it would add additional legitimacy to like a lot of big creative tools like Figma, for example, has like Fig Jam every year. I forget what it's called. They do a Figma conference. It's the Adobe conference that they do every year. Like Midjourney is positing itself as like a legitimate creative tool. Then I think a conference would make perfect sense. But
Well, it's expensive. And anyway, the thing is what Midjourney how do I say this? What Midjourney does right now is not its ultimate plan.
yeah,
Like
I know.
Midjourney, the tool that we use every day, is a research tool for what they're really doing.
Yeah, I know.
World domination.
World domination.
To build, this is all secretly just scaffolding to help them build the ultimate virtual reality D&D simulator.
Oh,
Honestly, I think that's
Probably.
what.
I just got goosebumps. That'd be so cool. But in the virtual, in this real world, this world he's doing, that'd be possible though, wouldn't it? Easily.
Yeah, it's based. I think it's just going to be D&D. Like if you look at what Magic Leap did, right? Like with their the 3D board game thing that they launched. Everybody knows them for the motion tracking, but
Yeah, I
um
think you might be
they did
right.
that,
Because
they
if
did
all
that
of a sudden,
holographic 3D board game thing.
if
The
there
the
was a word
VR.
simulation, if there's a word simulation that came out tomorrow, I'd be a Death Knight Worgen in there instantly. So you're absolutely correct. I'm trying to think. I wouldn't go in there as me. That'd just be boring. People just go as some kind of biker guy. Look at him. No. Death Knight
Oh no,
Morgan's
you got Wonder
right,
and me
but
talking. So I think you better take back over the stream, or else we're never gonna shut up. Between the two of us, we
Okay,
could go on.
there's the buy me a coffee with Midjourney Education.
Wait, how do
See,
we
you
get
can
there?
say I put it in your chat.
Okay, I don't. Oh, there it is. Okay.
And you can always, I will always buy you a coffee. You should do this, Johnny. I will always buy you a coffee, $6 a month. I had that all set up. And you can see some people. Oh, look, Phenombulum. I don't know who that was. Well, thanks to my, I don't know, $25 that I got through Buy Me a Coffee. It's awesome. Membership. And then what is gallery? Oh, gallery is the different what do you call it? Events. This is the event we're in now.
And then what if someone wanted to send you something? Is that creepy? Is that scary? Is there a
You need a PO
Mary
box
Smith,
for that.
For you, if you were to try to send me something, that would be very creepy. but anyone else would probably be fine. No, I think that people have sent each other things. I've gotten stuff from Alex. I've gotten stuff from Ancient Chaos. I've gotten stuff from I don't
you
know.
have
I
to
mean,
be careful who you send your
Kept showing
address
your address to.
to.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you know who to send your address to and who not to? You don't want to just post it.
yeah.
PO box, maybe a PO box or
PO
something
boxes are
like that.
expensive, though, aren't they?
Are they?
Well, yeah.
Well, you could rent them for like a month and say, whoever's sending me anything, do it like before the end of February, because I'm only paid up to the end of February.
Yeah.
If this is an important conversation because Westendorf is here, and Westendorf is a baker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and I see you want me to ship you baked goods.
I haven't said anything. What are you talking about?
My address is.
Mhm.
I know.
How I
All
find
of
it
a
best
sudden,
to
we're
do it
like,
because I sell the mugs and the t-shirts and things like that. Anybody that buys those, that's how I see it. When people go to there and they buy a t-shirt, every t-shirt's $2 to $4 to me, and that all helps out, all the different charities I do. So that way I find it's better than somebody just giving me $2 on. I like it, the fact that somebody's buying something of mine, a t-shirt,
Yeah.
they're going to wear and cool, and that's helping. So that's that. With Tees Public, you literally make $2 on a t-shirt, $4 on a hoodie, $2 on a mug. It's bugger all really, but it's still, they're getting something from me. They're getting a Wawas item, and it's kind of cool. I like that.
So how do we get
like
to
it
you?
too.
How do we get to you, Mondi?
my profile has I advise anybody who's going to be doing anything when it comes to selling on websites, whatever you're doing, get a link tree.
Oh my
And
god.
that's the link tree you use forever. Because what you do is, when you say you might be selling on Redbubble, but Redbubble go bust or something, and then you can sell on your own website. If you change that website, you can just change it on your link tree. Send every bit of your social media, everything points to your link tree. And that way, whenever things change in life, business or whatever, your link tree always has the up-to-date pointing where to go. Right? And that's a great advice from day one if you're going to start doing something in business. Get a link tree and always stick to it. Because
this guy is 15 people, Des.
Yeah. Wow.
This guy
15
right here
people.
is 15 people.
Strange. He looks like my next door neighbor. No.
Oh my God, that's me.
15 people. Oh, just
look at the weird t-shirt. I am into the t-shirt. Gay.
I have a question about about DMs. If we DM somebody, it's only between you and the other person. No one else can see that.
Right.
So in that area, you could exchange information.
Right.
And no one else will see it.
Right.
Okay.
I don't think there's anyone out there in YouTube world. Let's see, how do I?
What's doxing? What's doxing, Zero?
Sharing, identifying information like your address or your name.
Oh.
Oh my God. Perfect. 100% this. That's like most people dealing with weights in Midjourney. It's beautiful, Bert. Absolutely beautiful. The nice thing about staying digital is not having to worry about doxing. For the MJ group I am in, we organized a Secret Santa this season to give each other gifts, which were, of course, digital. Yeah. So does anyone else have any prompting projects or prompting puzzles you've been working on recently? Do you feel I mean, do you really feel like, let me ask this, either are you in column A, I've mastered everything I need to know, or you're in column B, I have simply realized there are some things that cannot be mastered in Midjourney, and I'm not going to use Midjourney for that.
Column B, and I have a question.
I'm in column B.
I have a puzzle.
Give me your puzzle, Mary Smith, please, darling.
I'm wondering how we can take an image. This is my thought. Color book pages for kids. You take a picture of a project that they built, like maybe with Legos, for instance. Take a picture of that and then put that into Midjourney to make a line drawing of that project that they built, so they can have a color book page of their project that they built.
I love this idea.
Or a favorite toy, you know, maybe a
So
doll,
let's
or
randomly go to images and then do a kids project.
I did
And
do
randomly get like
got
this, like they made this.
yeah.
Whoops. Oh my God. She knows. That's like making me nervous. Everything's fine, honey. Okay. So
So
maybe this. There we go.
something kid made.
So the kid made this. We'll use this. The kid made this. And you're saying, can we get that into Midjourney and make a coloring book page out of it?
Yes. Make a line drawing of that. And there's different kinds of color book pages now. You know, we've got the thick line drawing, or we have the grayscale color book pages, or the monochrome that are black and white, but there's a lot of shadow in black.
Somebody find me a coloring book page, Esraf. Let's see if we can get anywhere near it with retexture. It would help if I could identify like a snail mushroom. Without identifying it, Midjourney's like, I don't know, it's a rock.
Okay, so you put that in the OREF. Wait, what did you?
No.
Oh, retexture.
It's retexture, yeah.
Okay.
That's an interesting idea to try it with the OREF. Let's try it with the OREF.
I tried it with retexture and I just couldn't get the detail. I mean, it came in close, but it didn't really give me the detail I was looking for. But I did see one there that looked like it had quite a bit of detail. Like the mushroom with the dots on it, and the snail with the spiral, and texture worked a lot better for me than the OREF did.
I really need a coloring page, SREF, which I'm not taking the time to look for.
Oh, here, I'll give you one.
Looking.
Got one here somewhere.
See what happens. Oh yeah, see, OREF is so smart. It's like understands that it's a children's picture, and so it made the children. Ugh.
Oh, it's already.
OREF, I don't want you to be that smart. That's not the smart that I'm after.
That's kind of fun too, though.
That is.
I'm just thinking that this, you know, this would be something that if kids are creative, this would help them want to push their creative skills even more. Like, oh, I'm going to put this together and then.
Thanks, Hebo.
Print out a color book page, or this is fun too. This little image here. I think kids would be excited about that.
There we go. This has kind of grabbed some of it.
Yeah, but not there. It's just not their creation. Like there's
no. It's a semantic. It took a semantic inventory of what was in the picture and recreated it semantically. which is cute, but is
Yeah.
a reinterpretation. The only thing that was getting us close was this. So
Recapture.
let me use the srefs and say a tiny garden, a snail crawls. Let's see, on the left is a snail. In the middle is a fairy hut with a shingled roof. On the right is what is it on the right? What is that? Is a red mushroom with white dots. The scene is surrounded by a little white wrought iron fence.
Didn't see where you got the SREF.
From Himbo, randomly.
Oh, okay.
Style of a coloring book page illustration. In the style of a coloring book illustration.
You could go into explore and find
Oops, I said red mushroom with white dots, so I'm getting color.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Just a mushroom, not a red mushroom. Oh, it's still going for the red mushroom.
Well, I had to change the prompt in this one. And it doesn't really like the snail. We'll have to use edit to clean up the snail. That's not bad. I have to clean it up a little. This one's going to be better. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, that's almost perfect. So, like, I could take this and I think I might get rid of that, and I might.
No, those are the ladybugs.
Oh, are there ladybugs in this picture? I didn't even notice. I didn't even mention them. I should say, in the foreground. In the foreground are 2 ladybugs. There is a path to the door. And where's the phrase from? Well, the style reference is doing so much, Bert, that I'm not really worried about it.
Imagine if you had a real world simulation of this where your kids could go into a colouring book world and they could choose the paint brushes, choose this, and then start to say I want it red, and they could swipe it and colour it in red, and have like it'd be great that you could have it at a certain detail where it would like just automatically fill in the lines so it wouldn't go over, or a skill mode where it would go over, it would bleed into the lines if you wanted it to.
Yeah.
Just that alone would be just amazing for kids' creativity.
Yes.
Okay, there's some cleaning up to do, but not bad.
Yeah.
So I think a proof of concept, we could absolutely do it. There it is.
Very good.
My dream would be is if I can go into that world and have a canvas in front of me, and with hand motion with, if you're in VR, whatever, hand motion, I'd be able to pick up a paintbrush in virtual world and start to paint on that canvas, and it's able to respond to me like a bit, because I can't put pressure on my hands to paint or to draw. If all of a sudden I'm in that virtual reality and I'll be able to sit and draw on a canvas again.
Yes.
It's like a dream come true that I'm able to. It's been 10 years I've not been able to work properly, with my hands. So I've had to find ways, within the mouse and the ball mouse, but now that's even more. I can't keep steady enough for it now. But oh man, that'd be so cool.
Yeah. And then you could have it. You could do it digitally, and then you could have it printed out. There's these companies that will print out your art. Your digital art on multi different surfaces, the metals, glass, fabrics.
I mean, yeah. It's
You
real
can
world
get,
simulation.
I did a digital piece and had it printed on canvas, and it looked like a painting. It was amazing.
The
Fantastic.
possibilities are endless, I think. What we're coming to, what David's aiming for, this real world simulation. Man, you know, with diffusion as a backup, what's not possible, you know?
Yeah.
Exciting times. But people are going like, but it doesn't do text. Oh, it'll get there.
It'll get there. Look how much better it is now than it was.
As I said, David's chosen to do this way. He never wanted it to be a product, you know, a productivity thing, did he? He wanted it to be a creative thing. Yeah. To me, that means the same thing in my head, but you know.
Now, I have a question on what you just did there, Clarinet. Usually what I do is if I'm going to do an edit like that, I'll take away the prompt and I'll just zero in. I'll just prompt for what I have selected. So you've selected, for instance, just select just the ladybugs and then talk about just the ladybugs in the prompt. What is that the correct procedure?
The correct way to do it. The correct way to do it is to describe the entire picture, not just the change.
Oh.
So what I did by not changing the prompt is the right way to do it. Does that mean it always works the right way? No.
Yeah.
So
I mean, better luck if I just concentrate on the areas, just prompt for the areas that I've selected.
Yeah, well, we'll try it. Oops, there's a path to the door. Well, whatever.
Just talk about the ladybug, the faces on the ladybugs and the snail faces. And maybe even
snail are two adorable ladybug. Oh my god. It's turning into a nightmare, Mary Smith.
It is.
When you
got so disgusted.
Oh my god. Well, that's not bad, but this is not really working. It seems to at least it I don't know. It's just it's getting kind of Lovecraftian up in here, you guys. I'm sure this thing at night slides beneath your window and says, "Ooh." Okay, that's enough. I can't make Lovecraft. I'm not cool enough to make Lovecraft. Yeah, this is a terrible mistake. So the next thing you do is give it more space. So I'm going to just give it just a whole lot of space. And I'm going to use the original prompt again, if I still have it somewhere. Okay. Because you're supposed to use the original prompt. Or not the original, it doesn't have to be the original prompt, but it is a prompt that has to orient Midjourney semantically. Because if you say snail, Midjourney is like in relationship to what? You know?
Right.
So, okay. Well, we have a snaily bug. A snaladybug. On this one, we have extra mushrooms. Oh dear. Oh my god! Hey, have you ever seen Nazca Valley of the Wind?
No.
You have now. Okay, wait. Nazca Valley of the Wind. Yeah. Look at her. Look at her pet.
Oh.
The thing, see, she's standing next to this like pill bug looking thing.
Yep. Pill bugs.
They get
Remember
big.
Pill bugs.
Yes. It's some sort of pill bug looking guy. Let's see if there's any other pictures of him. Not really. But here. Underground. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is what they look like, right? And I think we managed to sort of start evoking them Here. It's not going to be the kid's snail anymore at this point. Okay. Every SRF and Explorer filtered using coloring book. Oh, that looks nice. Good job, Himbo. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Oh, come on. Come on now. Okay, it doesn't want me to do that. Where did it go? Oh, here. Got like 6,000 copies of it now.
There's about
Okay.
30 SREFs with that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
There we go. All 30. I'll go back to the original as well. Do all 30. Black and white illustrated tiny garden. On the left is a snail. Middle is a fairy hose. On the right is a mushroom. In the foreground are 2 ladybugs. There's a path to the door. And it's surrounded by a fence.
You put them all in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna do all 30. That means that
And you only have to do --SREF for the first one, and then you could just put numbers in afterwards. You don't have to put
yeah.
--SREF in front of each number.
No, don't do that.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Uh-oh, your computer might start smoking. This is a lot.
No, it's Midjourney's server doing all the work, not us. Not my computer. Well, I mean, I think that didn't help. Okay, is this the just the plain retexture? No. I don't know what's going on with this one. Where's the retexture? Oh, here. Oh, that looks nice. Good job, Himbo. I mean, I can't say that it looks like a snail and 2 ladybugs, but if I were a kid, I would be enchanted by seeing my stuff show up in a way that I could color.
Do you think kids would enjoy this sort of thing? I don't have children, so I don't know.
Also,
But
do
I
not
have
have children.
I have neighbors with, there's lots of children in my neighborhood, and
Do you know
I
any of the parents?
Oh yeah.
So show them on your phone. Like, look at this picture of this kid made this marshmallows. I don't know. That it looks like Fimo, or looks like it's made of a peep or something. I don't know. The house. And then look what we made, a coloring book page. I'd be happy to do this for your kids. Do you think they'd like it?
I have
And then
made
come back and tell us.
I have made color pages for the children. One of my neighbors is we have a voluntary fire department here in my community. So the dad is a fireman and the boy loves Spider-Man. And we had some big fires here last year. And so dad was gone all the time, fighting the fires. And so I made Spider-Man color book pages, Spider-Man fighting the fire with the fire
Very
trucks
cool.
and the fire hose, and for the
I advise that you make protected IP materials in other tools. Midjourney cannot support, even for kids, the making of protected IP.
It did.
It wouldn't today.
It's been a while.
Our moderation is now very careful to make sure that you try to have your own ideas. You can have a red and blue aphid themed superhero with, I don't know, who uses murmurations of ladybugs from his wrists. The moderation keeps thinking that Bert is third party now. Oh no, that's terrible. Is there I mean, can you call him, oh, I was gonna say, can you call him Bart or something? That would be worse. Can you call him, like, in your prompts, can you just use a code name? Like, just call him Mybert? Or does he have a last name? Call him by his last name? Okay. That works. Did you have any other questions, Mary Smith?
That should do it.
Okay. If you use an OREF, it still triggers, but your Bert doesn't look like the recognized Bert, does it? How does it know to trigger on the OREF? Huh.
I mic'd up. I guess I don't have to actually type that out. But yeah, whenever I go to do a generation with a bird, I don't use my name. I just say it's a red oni with 2 conical oni horns. I describe how he looks and what he's wearing, the scene, and Midjourney's always like, "We're keeping this one private because it's a third party." And I'm like, "Really?"
Is the Oni creature yours, or is that an art? Where does that come from?
Oni's from Japanese folklore. It's like it's like their.
Well, you can't be borrowing from folklore. What
Yeah,
are you, Joseph Campbell or something?
How
Okay,
lazy,
yeah, I don't
right,
know.
man? Yeah, I don't know. I figure he looks like someone, and that's why it's being triggered. But it just makes me laugh.
A lot of the anime use Oni's just a demon, isn't it? It's the red masked one, isn't it? I think the most famous one. And you see all these animes out there. They're all using those mythologies. You know, yokai and Onis. It's
Right.
they don't. It's a bit like getting done for doing a Rapunzel image, and then Disney going, "Well, you can't do that." Or Cinderella, you can't do that. We own Cinderella. You don't own
It's like
Cinderella.
the reason why
I
you
hate
were
Disney.
able to. The reason why Disney was able to make the Cinderella movie is that it's in public domain, and they didn't have to pay anything to remake Cinderella or Snow White or something. It was very clever of them to. I mean, it was free for them to use those public domain characters, the Grimm's fairy tale folks. So we can too. Just because you also did doesn't unpublic domain Rapunzel.
But the problem there is that any company I know so far, as soon as you get a takedown from Disney about about that kind of thing, Cinderella, let's go Cinderella for sure. Yeah, that you're gonna lose. You can't. Well, you can either they'll drown you in paperwork, you know, unless you can afford to take them on. So you just have to back.
Well, I mean,
down
if you make a short-haired, a dark-haired, you know, punk butch Cinderella, they can't touch you because that does not refer to their AI.
Yeah, I guess
their AI, their IP.
Yeah. What you've got to do is you've got to be very careful about everything from the titling that you use, because every curve, it's a bit like between Samsung and Apple, or the literally is a certain right angle that they've said, right, that's ours now. That curvature of the thing there. If Samsung do that, they're copying Apple, and vice versa. That kind of ridiculousness. Disney pretty much do that with their fonts as well, with their Cinderella, the way it's written. You can't use anything to do that curvature, that style, as well. Also happy for it, and they're hard to fight. Yeah, I think I've won against Disney twice out of maybe 400, odd times where they've just they've scored I want to call it DCMA takedown, something like that. but it's you very rarely win. Yeah, the absolute bastard. They say basically you can't use the name Cinderella, and it's like an American soil, you may as well just leave it be. A British soil, I'm more likely to win. Strange, isn't it?
Oh,
It
you
makes
guys,
me angry.
if I made images like this Spider-Man image now in Midjourney, would I get shut down? I'd get shut down now. Okay,
Yep.
good to know.
Use your own ideas or ideas from the public domain. Which I've always wanted to tell people. I mean, I know that makes me a teensy bit of a jerk, but I can't tell you how, and Joseph AI and Johnny Bones and those of us who spend a lot of time helping people, the number of people who just want, like, I want Pikachu, but standing next to Barbie. I'm like, I'm actually going to spend 3 hours of my day helping you make this picture of Pikachu next to Barbie. And you just want to see it because you just do. You know, like sometimes I'm made a little happier, like my like the Spider-Man fighting the fire because he loves Spider-Man and his dad's a fireman, and it was cheer him up, and then I'm like, at least the backstory is like, but it's just hard to help people, you know, say like, what if I did Superman, but he's like torn his shirt open? You know, I'm like, really? That's because you understand that I'm a human being and this is going to be the next 2 hours of our time.
Yeah.
What is your project? And that's not fair. I mean, imagine if you call customer service at Microsoft and they're like, okay, you need help with Microsoft Word. Oh, why? You're writing like a poem for your kid? I'm not going to help you use Microsoft Word because you're writing a poem for your kid's birthday. Ugh. You know, couldn't do that. But now I can. Now I can, you guys, because Midjourney said we're not going to do that. I was being an unfair jerk, but now the world agrees with me. Terrible.
I mean,
terrible.
I mean, the law, again, this is all depending on the country you're in. There's different laws everywhere. But if I used to draw my kids' stuff all the time so they could colour it in. And whether I'm drawing it or making it on an art package and stuff for them to colour it in, it's home use only, non-commercial. You're not going to get any comeback. It's only trying to make money off it and profit it. That's where it stands in a legal situation.
Right. And Midjourney was found to be making money off of giving us permission to do that.
Of course. Midjourney's actually charging us for the service to make them.
Yeah.
Right.
So now we're not going to make any money based on Spider-Man, and neither is Mary Smith.
Yeah. That's why we're not allowed to do it in
Got
battle
my
prompts
eyes
either,
on
'cause
you, Mary.
Yeah. In battle prompts, you're not allowed to use IP because in battle prompts you're winning an hour for doing it. So if all of a sudden you've done Homer Simpson, which of course nobody's ever done, and disappearing into a hedge, then he's and you win on that, you're technically gaining funds. And I thought, oh, you blimey, that's why it's so strict in battle prompts now. No IP. Makes sense.
Well, prompter, you gotta share the wealth. There's what, 17 of us in here?
FB is paying my page about $100.
On her, what's on her page that she's earning
Okay,
$100?
prompter, share your stuff. Share your stuff. Share your Facebook community. Also, if you use your own invented characters in prompt battles, people who know you are going to know it's you because they learn your favorite style. Oh, it's true.
Get that all the time. Oh, it's a zombie. Cartoon zombie. Yeah. No, it's me.
Cartoon zombie, it's Reason.
You'd think, no, that's just what that. Yeah, that's just this. That's his good side. That, but no, it's not his style.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say your community page is paying you.
Post it. I have no clue, but I post a lot.
Night market mood board of begging for votes. Yeah. Man, I never win prompt battles. I think I've won twice. Y'all are a tough crowd.
Prompter, are these images on your Facebook page, are they all Midjourney?
As your Laura, I advise you not to answer that.
What are you advising?
I said,
Not to answer.
I advise her not to answer that. She's got,
Ah.
if the page is monetized, but it all looks non-IP so far anyway.
What are you, you're teaching, are you
Midjourney.
teaching Midjourney?
Lovely.
Marina has her own way of walking up to Midjourney, which emphasizes stylistic exploration and sort of artistic intention and so on. It as opposed to prompt adherence.
I see.
So like exploring styles is more the prompter's thing, which reminds me, prompter, I actually have a version of prompting for beginners now, which is entirely about styles. You should come and listen and see what I've left out.
Clarinet,
or watch one of the recordings. Sorry, what?
I don't see the beginner class listed anymore.
It's not on the calendar yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you had.
There's a couple of reasons why. The more popular event is Soundscapes. So now on Saturdays we're doing Soundscapes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Instead of the prompting for beginners class. However, when there is a release and there's interest again in learning, we'll probably put it back on the calendar. But it's like prompting for beginners seems to only get a lot of attendees, like in the 4 to 6 months following a release, or really maybe the 2 to 4 months following a release, and then everyone's like, okay, we get it, and except for the people who become one of us, everyone goes away.
Right.
And it's really, really hard. I was trying to do the class with like just Johnny. Johnny's like, I will pretend to ask questions. I will pretend to, and I'm like really relying on, or Westendorf, or so, a couple of people showing up and two things happen. One, the regulars will show up and bless their hearts, kind of help keep it going so I can at least record it for YouTube, right? And then the second thing that might happen is there's so few people sort of following the structure of the class that it gets derailed really easily. And somebody wanders in and just says, I'm trying to make a pumpkin. And all of a sudden we're like, well, I mean, there's only 4 of us here, so why not just talk about the pumpkin, talk to the pumpkin guy?
Right.
So I'm still trying to work that out. It might be that prompting for beginners is a special, following the major releases. And that open educational, like open office educational things like this, where we just like, just somebody just has random questions. The random question. I mean, I suppose we could rename this instead of troubleshooting. We could just call it the, Q&A. Something.
I like troubleshooting for, new members to see that phrase. They would be maybe drawn to the class because they're struggling with something.
Yeah, that's the idea. Mm-hmm.
It took me a while to work out how the lady was making money. It's basically it's a subscription base. You can subscribe free, or you can make payments to subscription. That's how it's making $100 a month on it. It's people can subscribe to her feed. So every time she feeds something, you get notified that there's new information out there. Cool.
Okay, I like Prompter. I like what I see. I'm going to subscribe here.
And Prompter wants to teach a Thursday advanced class at some point. We should get you on the schedule.
Yeah.
DM me, Prompter, with whatever your favorite Thursday is, and I'll make that your Thursday. All of you are invited to show off a project or a plan, or like Bert, who did a picture of character A and then character B, and then turnarounds in video, and then still shots, and then a composite, and then the composite is the OREF. Like I would give Bert fast hours for walking us through that from scratch on a Thursday.
The problem is I work almost every Thursday. I'll have some time open up in like
Quit your job and come
July.
do this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All you have to do
What
is
day are you
buy me a
available?
coffee. We'll cover your wages.
That's
Just
why we
Mondays.
like you, Prompter. Well, keep an eye out if you call in. It's like, I'm sick. And come teach us things.
Okay, I'm not available when I'm traveling, but at this point I haven't planned anything. So any day, any Thursday, please put me on
Okay.
and let me know.
No, I'm not gonna tell you what Thursday I've scheduled you for. I'm kidding.
It's typical of you, Clarinet. But guys, be aware that I'm teaching exploring stuff. Creating something, being fascinated by it, maybe changing it, but not starting like this needs to be on the left. I find it boring and frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there to enjoy. Okay.
Nice.
Love it. Love it.
Creative
It took a while.
exploration.
I thought Prompter and I were gonna like fight because she was like, I teach Midjourney and I teach, and then all of the advice. I was like, oh my God, it's not going to work. And she's like, well, I'm not trying to teach prompt adherence. I'm trying to do exploring, not crafting. I'm like, oh, it's yin yang, not okay. So it's great. So now I'm happy, and I recommend Prompter all the time. Great
Our
resources.
whole group, 100,000 people, is that kind. I mean, we give challenges, but a challenge is very open-ended. Like create New Year cards or something, create this kind of animal, and people go all over the place, and 100,000 people enjoy it. So there is something to it, huh?
That is true. And this year I have both types of prompting for beginners classes, which we'll get on the calendar. One is for prompt adherence, which is crafting, and one is for style exploration. And I think I have both now. I don't know how many of you have seen both. A couple of you have. Johnny's seen both. Joseph might
Like
have
I
seen
teach
both.
people to use very short prompts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
A
That's
prompt
good, because
thread with your mood board can create wonders.
it can. I don't teach people. Let's see, in my style exploration class, I mainly talk about the parameters and what they do, and I kind of don't. I don't remember that I spend a whole lot of time saying what your prompt should say, like, or how long it should be, or
You're
something.
still
But that's a good point.
describing things
It's a really good
in-
point.
Yeah, you're still describing things in correct English sentences, several of them. My prompt can be read and see wonders and lots of likes. depends on the mood board I attach to it. That kind of
Beautiful.
Mhm.
I do the
Beautiful.
same, but with random SRFs. I'll just put the one word in or a statement, and then just run like 100 random SRFs. And the beauty that comes out of those single words or those sentences is incredible. That kind of that's my inspiration. It's the mood boards I've stepped away from. I'm very much the SRFs, but yeah, single words can be very powerful, can't they? And every SRF is its own world almost. It feels. You know, a rose in certain SRS might be a daisy, or it'll give you a sheep or something radical. And it's like, oh my goodness, I'll do it again. And yeah, it keeps giving me sheep. It thinks a rose is a sheep in this world. It's extraordinary. I don't understand how that even works, but it's because that style reference, it's just got a different universe.
If you came to my class, you'd understand how it worked, because that's what I explain.
Oh, there
It
you go.
might help you. Thank you for helping me sell the class.
And
When?
Clarinet,
Yeah, it's not on the.
Where's your class?
It's not on the calendar yet.
Oh,
that's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm teasing you, but I can give you the event material that describes and answers your question. Hold on. This is me squinting at my screen to see if I can find it.
Can't you just tell us now that sometimes if you're searching for a rose, why am I getting a sheep, for example? You know, or why would that flower always be a tulip all of a sudden?
There you go. In this one, you see the word bird is being reinterpreted as
okay. Right.
As a penguin or a flamingo or a robin, even though the prompt just says bird, right?
Right.
So with mood boards, it's a little bit like the mood board is the universe. And so bird in this universe means a thing. Now, if you're wondering how it works, technically, imagine a three-dimensional aquarium, okay? Like you've seen Kinky's fish, just a glass aquarium. And this is a three-dimensional way of thinking about latent space, which is actually infinitely dimensional or something. But we're going to think about an aquarium, and your prompt is a tiny dot floating somewhere in this aesthetic latent space. And your mood board and your profile and your parameters are magnets oriented around the dot in all three dimensions, pulling the dot in that three-dimensional space to another location. And when it settles in that location and it looks around at the world and chooses what bird means, that because its address has changed, it's what bird means in its area, in the neighborhood where it's landed, is a penguin. I have a video that explains this as well. But did that help?
But what's happening when I ask for that and it becomes a skull? I literally, I've had such radicals. I'm talking SREFs here, not mood boards. With an SREF, like for example, it was Rose again. I did about, I think I did 100,000 quads of Rose under random SREFs for about 4 months, and I kept getting like skulls on the end of the rose stem, or it wouldn't even be a rose stem. It'd just be, be like a skeleton with leaves and stuff. And like, what's going on? How can it be that extreme in different to this? I understand birds being there's an appropriate there's a relationship there, but when it comes to skulls and all of a sudden it being like a stick or a box all of a sudden, something radical, that it's not related to, and it consistently does that in that SREF.
There's the other graphic if you wanted to look at it.
Okay, I'm on the other one. Yeah. Oh wow, that looks a bit more fun.
So what's happening is the SREF is something like a new address for the origin of your prompt. And or if you want, you can think of it as an aesthetic seed.
Hence, okay, yeah.
Here's another one. And this mood board SREF prompt mood board, sref, and profile are work similarly with the magnets on the bead that you see there.
Right.
So it's like I don't know, if you go to a certain neighborhood and you go get a cup of coffee, you're going to get a Vietnamese coffee. If you go to a different neighborhood and get a cup of coffee, you're going to get, Sumatra with heavy cream. If you go to another neighborhood and get whatever their cup of coffee is, you're going to get an Americano, different neighborhoods in aesthetic latent space
Right.
have different clusters of associations and relationships and things that are close, different archetypes and so on.
Right. So if all of a sudden I pull up an SRF which is Planet Gothica, it's going to be a skull with blood in it, not coffee.
Right.
That's
Or it'll be coffee with blood in it.
Yeah. Something.
Or whatever. It'll, whatever. Yeah.
It does make sense to why I was getting skulls with stems on still, but then it's still got that relationship to the rose somehow.
This is what if it'll paste, there we go. That's what we go over in the class.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Importing pictures, importing style examples. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is weights coming back in V8? I think David's already said no, I think.
That's what we opened with. I'm so just not sure if we're going to get weights back. I'm thinking not.
I so miss it. It's such a powerful part of creation, and and being able to weigh things up to get. Who knows? You could get something you actually wanted out of Midjourney, not something just amazing that it created anyway. Weights gave us an option to go. Okay, I want to push that pink. I want to push that colouring, and now it's like I want to mix images in and mood boards and all sorts to try and it's extraordinarily experimental. Instead of before, I could just tinker with weights and between images and whatnot.
I'm looking to see what I say about prompts. Oh yeah, okay. So I say this. I talk about prompts like open-ended prompts. To force a style code or style reference image to decide the aesthetics for you by withholding details. So those are the types of exploration prompts or probes that I go over in this class. Regular is useful when testing how a style treats a known subject. Open-ended is which is what we've been talking about, where you intentionally withhold in order to let Midjourney's imagination fill in the blank. And then, of course, void prompting, where you do like nothing and then it's filling in all the blanks.
Clarinet, is your class on Facebook?
If you want to see recordings of this class, they're on YouTube. I can get you that.
How long have they been there?
Yeah, because I've done it. I've been testing it. I tested it like for the last 3 months or something to get it to the point where we could go live with it this year, but I haven't gotten the direction yet.
Oh, so it's making tutorial videos. It's not like you have people attending your class. Are there people attending your class?
There were very, very few people attending the class, but there were.
Okay.
There were people. So the recordings that I'm going to give you, if I can find.
This is a bugger about Midjourney.
There we go.
I'm subscribed to all your notifications, and I'm just looking, and I've never had one off you. I'm just looking through my history. So although I'm subscribed to you, and I've got all ticked, the bell and everything. Yeah, my history shows that I've never had a notification off you. It's stupid, isn't it?
That's crazy.
It's YouTube for you though. YouTube does that all the time. It hiccups like that a lot.
So look for the ones that say style and aesthetics. There's lots of Midjourney prompting for beginners with the style and aesthetics and then you can see. Let's see if I can show.
What now? 33 minutes.
I'm going through mood boards. Yeah. And you can see the boring version of me instead of the live version of me because I'm terrified of it not really working. Here's another one. So just look for the ones that say styles in it.
Yeah, you can just go to click video and then put to search style.
Oh,
and it'll
there.
show
See,
you the
this is
ones.
me talking about that graphic.
Oh, I see.
But there's not a whole lot of people there with me while I'm talking, and so it's hard to get it's hard to teach no one. So all of you, look how many people there are today. Maybe I need to move it out. Maybe I need to move it out to noon. Then Bert could come for his lunch hour.
I don't get a lunch hour.
That sucks. Okay, you guys. Well, we have just peaked at having the most amount of people in the prompt troubleshooting jam session since we started. So that suggests that since it's the new year, I'm still playing around. How many of you would not be able to attend if this started an hour later? Would any of you, like Madison, are you thinking if this started? Oh, absolutely. Because it would be midnight for you, wouldn't it?
No, I'm in Eastern Standard, so it's
No,
2
no.
p.m.
For Wonderful World of Stuff is
What time do you usually start?
UTC
Sorry?
6.
Your 5, 6 hours?
I start 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago. Well, it's only 7 o'clock here at night. Now.
Oh, okay, 7.
So
So what if
basically-
it was started at 6?
That's perfect because I mean the British have come home, they've had their tea, they're settling down or doing whatever they need to. 6 is perfect. It's 6 is the best
Good,
time in
because
Britain. I would say.
basically I want all of us to be English. As many of
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Don't you all?
Mills. Welcome to be looking for Mills, darling. How do you do the prompting? Would you tell me, please, Mills? What? What did you say?
Oh, look, it's just weird. My thumb just clicked on the unsubscribe button.
Man,
Don't know
I
how
left for a bit,
That
and I
was
just-
cruel, Daz.
It's like it was
That
some kind
was
of autopilot.
cruel.
I don't know what happened. It's just like every
Don't
molecule in my body
mock
just
the
tried to
British.
do it. Yeah.
Don't mock the British.
Nobody expects the British Inquisition. They really don't.
They really don't. The British Inquisition is like, excuse me. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
We're queued up behind the Spanish
Would you
one,
mind?
and we love
Yes.
a queue. We love a queue.
Would you mind?
You know,
I feel like I missed all the magic. I disappeared for like 15 minutes, and now I'm scrolling back up through the chat, and you've got all these cool diagrams of things. Oh my god.
yeah.
I waited until you left, and then I was like, oh, you, Madison's not here.
Yeah, now we can talk.
Well, that's just
Exactly.
now we can finally get the real information out there.
All the secrets are out now. Yeah.
Yeah. Quick, Willie's gone.
You're right, Bert. There's a lot of famous people that join these calls. We try not to put a lot of pressure on them. But yeah.
You're one of them.
Not recently. I was briefly for like this
Famous.
You had
in
your,
like 1995. I published a book, and I was very briefly somewhat like somebody who was quoted in other books and stuff
That's awesome.
for like 5 minutes, and then
Yeah.
the book went out of print. It became irrelevant. So, yeah.
I'm writing a book right now. I'd love to talk to you about it at some point, but definitely not during the troubleshooting session.
Is it about AI?
It is about visual communication, more broadly.
Oh my God. Do you know Dan Rome? Can you get me an
No.
introduction?
Yeah.
Do you guys know who Dan Rome is?
Everybody
You know.
knows who Dan Rome is.
Dan Rome. He's the man about visual communication, at least in the business sense of visual communication.
Very cool. Of Rome, Raom. Cool. I'll look it up.
You haven't heard of him? I've got
No,
all his
no, really.
books like in a stack.
Oh, so yeah,
and
yeah.
I've got two
you're
copies
thinking-
of one of them.
I think you're thinking about visual communication more in like corporate sense, I guess, or
No, that's
'Cause I'm
Dan.
looking
Well,
at-
okay. Well, Dan Rome is the guy who will tell you how to use art doodles in meetings to explain things on the fly.
That's cool. All right, yeah, no, I can see that for sure. Me, it's more so like the mechanics of visual media and like how do you express a message using an image? You know, the whole thing like an image is 1,000 words.
Hmm. So
What are the
you
mechanics?
mean what the hell is the guy who said the medium is a message? That guy.
Yeah, Marshall
Marshall
McLuhan,
McLuhan.
like media theory.
Thank you.
Sure. It's like I think the book's gonna be like a primer for anybody who wants to know like how to engage with art more deeply and like analyze art and how to give like how to communicate a message through images.
We will all read that. I will
Exactly.
happily be a beta reader for you.
Okay, I would love that. Okay, I'll let you know when I publish my first draft.
Yay!
I think I've got back of the napkin on my bookshelf somewhere, but I've never heard of unfolding the napkin.
I don't think I have. Unfolding.
My favorite one is called Blah Blah Blah. That's the
Blah,
best
blah,
one.
blah.
It's a great title.
If you yeah, God, it's so smart. It's a little bit like I feel like it's written for somebody who said explain this to me like I'm 6 years old, which is great, but it's just not that complicated. So I kind of wish that he hadn't explained it like I was 6 years old. Like maybe explain it like I'm 26 years old would be nice. But it's very cool.
A blah 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 book that says absolutely nothing but won't stop talking. Is that it?
No,
I
don't know.
No. I was looking for
Let's-
it on Amazon.
This is it. What to do when words don't work.
Oh, I
Blah,
love
blah,
this.
blah. Yeah, there it is.
I've got a cool one for you if you like that kind of thing.
Oh yeah. This helps me teach. You know how I started using my iPad and drawing all the time
Yeah.
to keep everyone entertained? That was 'cause part of he helped me figure out how to do that effectively.
The book I want to encourage you to buy is called Happy is Up, Sad is Down. And it's
Happy.
65 metaphors for design. It's a bunch of psychologists that got together and started talking about like complex visual metaphors. So like happy is up, sad is down. But it's incredibly well researched. It looks like a children's book. It's not. It's a research paper disguised as a children's book.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah, and it's brilliant.
Okay.
It's great. It talks about things like more is, or let me find a better one. Past is
Open the
back.
sample. Open the sample. Read sample.
Yeah.
They have a good sample.
Nah,
Yeah, so it's like a children's book, but it's very much not.
Yeah, most children's books don't use the phrase linguistic device so quickly. Usually they warm you up a little.
I'm looking for a good one in here, but it's
Metaphors
like
are
fear is darkness.
It's like graphic design psychology 101, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know. This is a problem with blah 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 as well. Is like it's just like, please don't explain it to me like I'm
everything
6.
you learn at uni when it comes to psychology and graphic design. They're quite, and to me, I'm not. Yeah, to me, I'm just going, oh, this is obvious, this stuff. But yeah,
This
30
is
years of doing it.
Dan Rome. This is perfect. You're totally right, Madison. Dan Rome covers each of these things also.
Mhm.
Lovely. And they're saying metaphors instead of affordances and stuff. That's cool. I don't have this kind of dollars on me, but
Yeah.
um
Uh, yeah.
I would love I would love the Kindle version of it. Although why it's such a visual book.
I'm running some of my analytic materials on your YouTube channel, and I think I may have actually spoke to you about this in the past, but basically it's not sharing or sort of telling people what's going on with you because you're not following any of the rules. You've got a SEO score of 5, and you need to be 85
Oh,
to
I
100
know.
to be.
I know.
Right.
I know.
Okay, you know.
I don't know how to
There's
fix
nothing
it,
more.
but I know
Oh,
that
good. I can show you how to fix it. You just download TubeBuddy and allow it access. It's okay. It's safe with YouTube, and it will give you percentages of what you're doing and what you're not doing, and it'll literally go. You're not commented any pins. You've not hearted this. You've not added chapters. You're not liked on Facebook. You're not got an end screen. Why haven't you got an end screen? Your end screen will keeps the progression going to now. You've seen this. Go to these screens and keep people. Yeah, I need to talk to you about this.
you want to know why I don't have some of those things?
Yeah,
like beginning and end screen. These are live broadcasts, and live broadcasts don't let you add before and afters unless I intentionally say, hold on guys, and in OBS play my starter, and then or don't broadcast them live, or I can broadcast them live and then also simultaneously record them to a giant file on my hard drive, load up that file, add my ends, right, and then upload the file to YouTube. But my system can't handle those file sizes. That's why I'm live streaming, because then I don't have any of those files. I'm not holding on to them. But if you do live stream, then you can't go into youtube.com, YouTube Studio. And like if I go to YouTube Studio and I go to a live stream, just some random live stream here, and I go into the editor, what I want to do is insert my video clip here and then go to the end and insert it here, right? There's no mechanism for that if you're a .str.
Yeah.
If this were a recording, I could.
We used to do this where
I can have an end screen, which I can have an end screen, which is a template, which is an overlay on top of whatever my last screen is here. So I have those on some of them, and all it is it shows like my channel name and the rest of the playlist or whatever.
Yeah. So you can choose other videos. Yeah, and what we used to get the artists to do is they'd say at the very end, even though it was live and there was like 15,000 people watching, it should be going like, oh, thank you everybody, that's the end of the live today, thank you for all coming on, I love you all, blah 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 blah, and she'll say, and guys, if you want to check out our other playlists over here, she'd be pointing up at nothingness, up here, I'll just point across there. Obviously during the live there's nothing appearing, but she adds that in later, and we did that with. I realized as soon as you said it, oh yeah, we used to get that where the artist or the performer would turn around and say, look, click here for more of me, and they'd be looking at it, pointing into a visible space on the screen.
Go Google the difference between live streaming on YouTube, which is what I do, and posting videos on YouTube. They're entirely different. And so a lot of things that people say, well, you should blah blah. I'm like, it doesn't allow you to do that with live stream. So, but I can't work on getting lots of subscribers.
Yeah, that's easy done. Yeah.
Feel free to subscribe if you plan not to do anything with it.
Yeah. And don't like the videos until you finish watching them, because if you go there and you see a video and you're watching 2 minutes of it and you like it straight away, That's bad for the algorithm. If you watch the whole video or watch it to halfway mark you need to, then like it, you're showing that you've looked at all that content, so you've been into it, and then you've liked it. That is much more powerful thumbs up than just a note. But when people ask for thumbs up at the beginning, silly thing to do, really silly, because
Was it ever true?
it basically ignores them. Thumbs up from the beginning, from the second you start the video, within those first few minutes, it doesn't. The algorithm just ignores it.
Interesting. Because lots of times I'll see
Logical.
something and I'll like it right away because I'm
Mm.
like, oh, this is exactly what I'm looking for.
How do you know until you've watched it? you know? How
Yeah.
many times have I been clickbaited into a video and gone, woohoo, my God, I like this, click. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on a minute, this isn't what it said on the title.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm no longer an SEO expert with YouTube, but I did it for nearly 7-8 years. So, with people, with professionals, things have changed. They always have. But looking at the analytics I've got here, they're telling me the basics are still there, and the basic algorithm still works in the usual way. But that template you're talking about.
These clips do have start and stop. I mean, entry. See how it opens.
Right.
With the Midjourney education boat, and then it becomes the clip. Why? Because these are videos, not live. So they have end screens also.
Yeah. Yeah, where your other
Maybe
ones,
they don't.
the style and aesthetics.
Isn't
ones
it pretty though?
to a
I love
couple of-
my starter screen.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Starter
it makes
screen isn't actually. Yeah. Yeah. The starter
it
screen
makes
should be
a
any more than
beautiful
five.
boat
It
noises.
shouldn't be any more than 5 seconds. You start a screen, apparently.
That's right.
Psychological. And,
I think it's 3.
yeah.
I think mine is 3.
Yeah, 3 to 5. Yes. You don't want to be going over 5 seconds. It gets a bit too. People are just sitting there waiting. They want to get on with things, and you don't want them to start scrubbing. You don't want that.
Mhm.
But yeah, adding chapters in there is big brownie points for you. So if you go, at 2 minutes 27 we started doing this, and people go in and go, right, I just want to look at I just want star reference, I want to know about that. And so there could be you can create little timers, bullet time, where I can click on SREF and it shoots straight to that lesson in that 2-hour video. That YouTube love you for that. They go, oh, thank you, brilliant. You're giving the person who's come here to look for something, they put in the keywords, they found your video, but now they've got to watch it for 2 hours to try and find out where on earth you're talking about it. So by doing that, you're giving them big Brucey points, and they're going to go, right, we're going to point, you're going up the list because you're a good girl and you're behaving.
I used to have in the description a bullet list of bookmarks that I had an app that made bookmarks to different areas so that it would you would examine the transcript and make bookmarks. Then you could open this and click to the bookmark that you want.
YouTube does that for you already.
Well, now it does. It didn't when I started. And it doesn't do it for live streams. I have to pay for something called GLASP, GLASP, that will do it for live streams. So it's a whole other world. You should look into it. And learn the world of
years to escape it.
Streaming. Streaming is a whole different ball game.
That's what we used to do that. We used to do live streaming, but I think times have changed. I'm guessing. We were definitely allowed to put timestamps into a live performance once it finished, but yeah. We used to edit the live streamers. We'd take the live stream down. I just realised we'd record it, we'd batch it, and then we'd edit it to take all the crap out.
So it became a video. It was no longer an STR.
I was about to say we had a whole team that used to just take it out and you'd put all the chapters in, and it was just done straight after the live.
That's right.
But I'm thinking, but
I don't have that team.
Yes, I see.
If I had a team of volunteers, I would ask them to do that.
Just look at all these lives I've made with all these other people. I'm going, no, we put chapters on the end. We've got chapters here. I thought, I don't get why you can't do it. I thought something had changed in the way things are done. But yeah, that's because we re-edited everything afterwards. That's why I didn't do it. Somebody else did, but that's why. Yeah.
So this is welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve. Good to see you.
Get your editing head on. It's a nightmare, isn't it?
Hey, good to see you
I
guys.
do.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
I do go through the lives and make the clips.
Right.
That
Oh, the,
that
yeah.
those are very popular.
Yeah, the thumbnail. Yeah, those things, the little ones, the 60-second ones. Yeah.
The little 30-second ones or whatever.
It's a professional.
That-
I have no idea what they're called. What they're called?
Clips.
Only made about.
At least that's what it's called here in YouTube. They call them clips, and you can actually go through. You
Shorts.
can load
They're
up a
called
live.
Shorts.
No, different. Shorts is another thing.
Oh,
Shorts is a portrait thing, like competing with like TikTok, but clips
right.
are segments of larger videos.
We used to make
And-
shorts out of the videos.
I can't because my videos are landscape
Still
desktop,
do it.
and shorts can only be portrait phone.
I'll come to you with a program you can use. It's really cool, and it's actually AI oriented as well. And it grabs it intelligently looks at the widescreen, grabs the bit it needs as you're talking through, and it'll make you a short perfectly to what your
I've
wide.
tried so many,
Yeah.
but if you can find the one that does it, I will give you a
find it.
fast hour.
Just the one. Hang on, it's gonna set me up.
I will give you. I don't know how many fast hours they'll let me give people, but you know. But I love the this is my intro outro thing.
Mhm.
The clips are beautiful. I love the clips. And my favorite program for virtual video making from my live streams is called Cluso. I guess that's Inspector Clouseau. I don't know. But I talked to the guy, and because it's like $1,600 a month. I'll say that again. It's $1,600. It's for businesses only. And it's the tool that I need, but it's $1,600 a month. And I called him and I said, I spoke to him, the founder. He answered my email, and I was like, "Well, can I barter? Does your team need Midjourney support? And maybe you can give me 50% off or something." And he said he went back to his team and came back and he said, "Look, if you'll allow us to put the Midjourney logo on our front page as being a company that uses Cluso, then we'll give you a discount." And I said, I don't have the authority. I can't. Midjourney doesn't let you put Midjourney's logo on anything. Midjourney is very not sponsoring things, you know? And so I couldn't do it. And he said, "Well, call me if you can." And so I don't use Cluso. When my free trial ran out, I was doomed. But Cluso was amazing. They're the ones that did everything I wanted. Oh, Scott McCloud. Excellent, Madison. Umberto Eco, yes. Who else do I know? Jean Baudrillard, yeah. Carl Jung, Joseph Albers. Oh yes. Oh, excellent. If I wish I have a book thicker than the complete works of Shakespeare out there, about like the history of art, which I just want to sit and study all day long. So cool. I know some of that stuff, but I went to school. I was pre-law. It's pre-law. Then I didn't do law. I did technology. And so none of I just weird path to where I am. All right, so we're about a half hour over. So what I'm going to do, the Discord people can stay put, but for those of you watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, I am going to close down the stream. We are on the Discord server. If you want to join us, that's discord.gg/midjourney. We are in the hashtag prompt-craft room. There's one for chat, one for voice. You can find the voice one if you care to join us. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Tomorrow for the Ink and Algorithm Society is Midjourney only. It is not broadcast. And then on Thursday, we have our advanced users group called Promcraft Live. And now you can join us Saturdays at noon, I think it will be, for Soundscapes, which is sort of an experimental aesthetic experience combining field recordings and music with prompting. It's very cool. And as for the prompting for beginners classes we've discussed, those will be calendared soon, and I will make a post to the various social media groups to let you know when that's happening. So thank you so much, streaming folks. I am going to stop streaming, and we will carry on into